Hello, welcome to another modern match with Seismic Loam. My opponent won the die roll and chose to play. My hand is Flame Jab, Misty Rainforest, Graven Carns, Life from the Loam, Dark Confidant, Tarmogoyf, and Seismic Assault. I think this hand is fine. You have two 2-drops, you have the Life from the Loam, you have a Flame Jab in order to stop any pressure your opponent has. So I think this hand is fine, and we will keep. He goes first. Shivan Reef. We are just going to play Misty Rainforest and say go. Might be dead already. Into the orange for 6. Okay. That seems fine. So he's going for the quick kill. I'm going to go ahead and get a Overgrown Tomb, not pay 2 life. Say go. You get a blood crit, say yes. Play Tarmogoyf. So he might have went for the 6 tokens because he saw Misty Rainforest and he thought we were playing some sort of control deck, or maybe even a Storm Mirror. He still has 3 cards in hand. It's pretty good. I guess he's not going to attack. Yeah. Okay. This allows me to set up a Seismic Assault on turn 3. So that shows the value of playing some of those fetch lands and making your opponent think you're playing something when really you're playing something else. He probably didn't think I was playing Tarmogoyf. He might have thought I was playing maybe Rug Delver or something. It's also possible that I was playing Storm or one of those other decks. Now he's gonna start digging. So I have a lot of room to operate now. Yep. He is slowly but surely going to be able to draw his deck, so I have to start trying to kill him. And he will not attack, so he is playing defense with his goblins. I draw a forest, which will allow me... So now I'm going to go ahead and Life from the Loam. Wait, no. So I should first shoot him with my Blackcleave Cliffs. So that way I have 3 lands in my graveyard when I Life from the Loam. So let's do that. Let's Life from the Loam for 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I'm going to play a Verdant Catacombs, sacrifice for a forest. I don't have any more. That's my hand. That was bad. Get a Stomping Ground, pay 2 life. Then shoot him again for 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now we set up a turn where next turn we kill him if he doesn't kill us. So I'm going to Life from the Loam for 3 lands. I'm going to go ahead and say go. So now, next turn we're able to dredge back Life from the Loam and shoot him for 12. So this is his critical turn here. He needs a quick answer. He needs to go off, essentially. That was a very aggressive exit to the Warrens. He plays Gitaxian Probe. So this is the turn. He has decided, rightfully, that he has to try to go off. He knows I have double Life from the Loam. He knows what I can do, and he has to now attempt to go off or lose. You'll see a lot of Blue-Red Storm online on Moto because it's a pretty cheap deck. It's a relatively cheap deck. So if you plan to play in any of the Moto, either daily events or 2-man or 8-mans, you should definitely have a plan for Storm. Other popular decks are Black-Red Aggro. You'll see that a lot. It's pretty cheap. I've seen a lot of Mono-White, Martyr of the Sands. So just be careful what you do. be sure to have a plan for those matchups. So he has to Faithless Looting. And he discards Pyromancer's Ascension and Faithless Looting. So now he has the mana. Now he has 9 mana. Question is, does he have a way to draw cards? And I don't think so. He's gonna have to. Okay, he gets to 6 red mana. But I don't know what that does for him. He can Faithless Looting Flashback, but he has no hand, so that doesn't matter. And he sees that next turn I'll be able to Seismic Assault with a Life from the Loam to shoot him for 12. So we're able to steal a game there. Knowing he has Pyromancer's Ascension and that he aggressively played into the Warrens, I'm going to put Motion Pulse in and Thoughtseize and Bojuka Bog, taking out my 2 Flame Jabs, and the man lands they come into play tapped and they're kind of slow anyway, so I'm going to take out a Rage Marine as well, since we brought in the Bojuka Bog. So for that I'll submit. Now he has to decide whether he plays or draws. My hand is Tarmogoyf, Raven's Crime, Life from the Loam, and 4 lands. This hand has Raven's Crime plus Life from the Loam. I think that's good enough against combo decks to keep. I also have Pressure. I do not have an answer to a quick Empty the Warrens though, so that can be a worry. But we'll see what he does here. Yep. He attacks and probes us just to see what's going on. He now sees we don't have an answer to a quick Empty the Warrens or Pyromancer's Ascension, so he may decide to go very aggressive at this point. I think next turn, definitely going to cast the Raven's Crime, try to slow him down. Steam Vents, going to 16. As you can see, the Storm deck does a lot of damage to itself. You'll see that Lawn Modern, which is what makes Black-Red aggro or Mono-Red aggro so playable. It's just that your opponent will normally deal, at least 3 damage to themselves, sometimes even 4 or 5. Which is good for, obviously, any of the aggro decks. Okay. Here comes Pyromancer's Ascension. We're going to strip his hand even more. Well, now we can pick what we strip, so I think I'm going to Inquisition him. See what else he has. He has Serum Visions, Thought Scour, Ritual. So I'm going to take that Serum Visions so it doesn't trigger that Serum Visions. It doesn't trigger his Pyromancer's Ascension. So we're definitely going to take a Serum Visions. Now we're going to play Verdant Catacombs. One of the keys with this deck is to be sure to use your fetch lands correctly. You almost all the time want to use your fetch lands to go get lands and then discard to retrace or Seismic Assault with your other lands, because having that fetch land, see now I have 2 lands in my graveyard. If I had just played a normal land and then used the fetch land to discard for Raven's Crime, I would only have 1 land in my graveyard currently. So next turn I can Raven's Crime, then Life from the Loam, back 3 lands, play a land, and Raven's Crime him again. So we are being very aggressive. We are very aggressively attacking his hand. We see a Seismic Assault, which is normally fine, but right now we are trying to prevent him from killing us. So I have to go Life from the Loam here, then Raven's Crime him, discarding Overgrown Tomb. Yep, so he's gonna play Thought Scour to almost activate his Pyromancer's Ascension, and now has 1 Ascension counter. We also have no pressure, so this could be bad news. We maybe should have played the Tarmogoyf just to get a little pressure going. He's probably gonna... He's not gonna ascend. Okay, he's just gonna try to dig for ability. What's happening? Okay, I am super laggy. So right now he's Metamorphosing, probably to dig for some cantrip of some sort, either a Thought Scour, a Gitaxian Probe, or a Seeping or a Serum Visions. I'm not exactly sure what's happening. Sorry, Moto is not responding. And you can see me. You can visit us at themtgnoob.com, I believe. Google the mtgnoob, and you'll see that profile with that stunning man. Here comes another Metamorphose. So he has ascended, which is bad news for us, obviously. And now he Thought Scours to ascend again. He was going to get 2 Thought Scours off that, and we are in big trouble. We may have to not dredge, hoping to find a Maelstrom Pulse, but it may not matter. He has Grape Shot, okay. So he's Grape Shotting for a lot. And then I guess ending his turn. And I guess, yep, now he's going to get Raven's Crimed. Yeah, we're definitely going to dredge that back now. So let's play our Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, let's play Verdant Catacombs, sacrifice for a swamp to avoid taking too much more damage. We're going to Life from the Loam. Life from the Loam our 2 lands back. Okay. Filter through Gravencons to Raven's Crime away his hand. So we're hitting a Permanence or Ascension and a Overgrown Tomb. Now note that every cantrip or every cantrip he draws will produce double the mana. I mean, we'll draw 2 cards, and every ritual he draws will produce double the mana. So we have to start applying pressure now. So here comes Faithless Living, flashback. So he's going to be able to pick the 1 card he wants. Probably a land to put into play. Or maybe a Past in Flames in the graveyard. Because then if he draws any cantrip, he is fine. Any ritual, he's fine. He can Taxian Probes, so now he gets 2 cards. He sees our hand. He sees that we have Seismic Assault. And he draws off the 2nd probe. And he plays Cheval Reef, and he says go. Okay. So we're going to dredge back Life from the Loam, as usual. Let me open up my graveyard here so you guys can see, and so I can click easier. Dredge it back. We hit a Faithless Looting, not much else of interest. We actually did not hit another land, so this Life from the Loam is not getting too much value. Yeah. So we need to put pressure. That much is certain. I think we have to go Life from the Loam. So that's Life from the Loam for the 2 lands. Okay. Play Verdant Catacombs, sacrifice for Forest. We're going to go ahead and play Tarmogoyf. So apply some pressure, then Raven's Crime him, discarding our Overgrown Tomb. And now he is running out of time. Okay, he says go. This turn we will dredge back Life from the Loam. Hitting another Life from the Loam. And not much else of interest. We still don't have a 3rd land. So what should we do here? We can attack with Tarmogoyf for 6, bring him down to 7. Then, yeah, that seems right. So okay, so we have to Life from the Loam to get back 2 lands. Okay. These Life from the Loams have not hit anything. All we wanted was a land. If we hit a Bloodcast, I think we're 1 turn away from. I think we're 1 turn away from winning anyway. Let's play Verdant Catacombs. Sacrifice this. We have to go get a dual land. We're going to go ahead and get a Blood Crypt, paying 2 life. I'm going to Raven's Crime him, discarding my Overgrown Tomb. He discards Scalding Tarn. Merely a bluff. We'll attack with Tarmogoyf. Oh, no. Okay. We'll attack with Tarmogoyf. And then we're going to play Seismic Assault, representing lethal. That's not representing lethal, actually. Representing lethal would be to play a creature. Because if he, let's say, draws Empty the Warrens, gets 4 tokens, then we want Dark Confidant in order to hit a land off Dark Confidant. Or, yeah. Playing Seismic Assault there is not right, in my opinion, because you will hit... even if you Dredge back life from, you only hit 2 lands. That's not enough, really, to do anything. So here's Flashback, Faithless Looting. Probably needs a Gitaxian Probe into a lot of help. There's Sleight of Hand, Powermaster Ascension. Here's his copy of Faithless Looting Resolving, and Island and the Seething Song. His hand is Gitaxian Probe, like we thought. So he needs to draw... Does he have a Past in Flames in his graveyard? Let's look at his graveyard. He does... Sorry, he does... Looks like he doesn't have a Past in Flames, so... He needs to find, I guess, Bland Grape Shot. That's still not enough, but at least he can make it so that Dark Confidant might kill me, and that is the end. So as you can see, even with the Powermancer Ascension active, Raven's Crime and Life from the Loam is just too much for any of these real Storm decks to handle. They have to kind of panic go off, or go off earlier than they wanted to just because of that. Thanks for watching.